How's everybody doing today? Welcome to another episode. As always, thank you for being here. If you haven't done so already, something that really helps to grow the channel is to like it, to share it, to comment. Let me know what you think. If you're listening and you're like, man, that shit sucks, let me know. Or if you're listening and you're like, hey, I really appreciate you taking time out of your life to share some of this stuff, 2 thumbs up, I'd love to hear that. It really helps me to know what content to put out here and to connect with you and build a relationship so that we're all moving forward in life. The topic for today that I wanted to get into is healing anxiety by being the author of your life. I like to write. I may not be the best writer out there, but I love to write. I like to get a pen or a pencil and some paper or get on my laptop, and I can just go at it for hours. There's something really enjoyable about it. And you see what happens with anxiety is that anxiety can allow our mind to race, and we can find ourselves being worried of all sorts of things. And we can find ourselves feeling like this waiter, right? That waiter holding like too many plates, and you're like, oh, and you're about to fall, and you feel overwhelmed. And your body tells you when you're anxious, right? Your body is like, dude, your heart rate is just going so fast. And your body tells you because your hands are sweaty and your back is sweaty and you feel lightheaded and your stomach's upset. Your body is just shaking and letting you know that you're anxious, and your mind's letting you know that you're anxious. So in the very beginning, I shared with you, right, that I like to write. I enjoy, the work that comes with being an author. There's something really beautiful about it. I may not be the best author in the world, but I like to write. And you know what I like about writing is that when I write, I get to feel like I'm in those places, in those spaces. Sometimes I'll write with my kids and I'll say, one day I was walking through, and then they'll throw a line in there, through the woods with Riddle's our dog. And then we go at it, we play that game. So what I'm sharing here with you is that when we're anxious, we're often thinking about the future. We're thinking about things that have yet to happen. And when I'm writing, I'm creating things that haven't been created. I'm writing about things that haven't happened. Right? I'm making a lot of things up. They're my reality. And it's something that I enjoy. And I've always found it interesting, why do I enjoy doing this? But then when it comes to anxious, and I struggle with anxiety, why is the other one a whole different ball game? One is this and one is that. So then I found myself in this really curious position. And I said, well, what if I became the author to my anxiety? Right? Because what takes place, and we'll use an example, right? We'll use an example so that we're able to play with it. What takes place is that we find ourselves in an anxious situation. Let's say that you're struggling in your job. Right now with COVID, time of this video, a lot of people are getting let go, and you're anxious, and you're like, well, I don't want to be let go. I don't want to be fired. And then you're getting really worried, and your heart rate's getting up, and you're thinking, well, what's going to happen if I get fired? How am I going to pay for the bills? You're finding yourself stuck and overwhelmed, and the entire time you're still at home. You're sitting on your couch. TV's going on. You're not paying any mind to it. Your mind's somewhere else. Your mind's racing. It's racing towards these thoughts that you and I are talking about. And as your mind's racing towards these thoughts that you and I are sharing here, your body's responding to them. Your heart rate's going a little bit faster. It's accelerating. That means your blood's pumping, right? And maybe your hands are shaking. Your muscles are getting tense. You feel that your respiration's a little bit off. Maybe you yawn some, or it's hard to take that deep breath. And all while, you're still sitting on that couch. Right? None of those things have yet to happen. Well, what if we take a different turn? What if in that moment, we take a deep breath, right? And then we go, all right, I'm going to write this story. And right now in this chapter, it started with me feeling that I could lose my job. Right? That's the beginning. It's the first sentence of this chapter. And I get to write this chapter. So here we go. Well, I feel like I'm going to lose my job because the company, is letting people go because of COVID. So I'm going to spend some time getting on LinkedIn. I'm going to reach out to 50 people that I know or that relate to me in some kind of way, whether it's work related or job skill related. I'm going to reach out to them with a very simple statement. Hey, my name is Juan. I am looking for job opportunities. I wanted to see if you knew of any or if you could lead me in the right direction. Worst case, I'm in the same scenario. Best case, I'm in a better place. And then after that, I'm going to reach out to current work colleagues that are at work with me. And I'm going to see what they're doing. What are you guys doing now that, the situations at hand, we may lose our job. And then after doing those two things, I'm going to go and treat myself because that's some good work I just did. And one of my favorite things to do is to go and get some ice cream. So I'm going to go and get me some ice cream. And I'm going to put some chocolate on it too. I'm going to just splurge on a couple of calories here and there. And then after that, I'm going to head home and then, just hang out a little bit. So I take another deep breath at that point, right? Because my mind raced through all that, right? We shared that together. But it didn't respond in the same way. My heart rate wasn't everywhere. Wasn't accelerated. My muscle tension wasn't there. And that's the strategy, right? That's the strategy that I just shared with you. That is being the author to your life, the author to your anxiety. And it's something that has helped me, and I share it with those that I'm able to share it with, and I'm sharing it with you here today. So, in your life, you can play with it in any way that you like there. You can see if that's appropriate, if it's something that's effective. And like most things, most things may not always be a good fit for everybody. I put my daughter in soccer, and she said, "Daddy, I don't like to sweat." So that wasn't a good fit for her. She's 6, so maybe right now she doesn't like to sweat. Maybe later she'll be fine. But not all things are a good fit, which is okay. If this is a good fit, it's exciting. If it's not, keep moving forward. Check out the videos. There's so many more on here. I'm always going to be on here to put more content, more information out there so that you're able to live your best life. You're able to, if you fall down, get back up and continue to move forward. Thank you. Thank you for spending time with me, for checking out the video. If you haven't done so already, subscribe, share with everybody that you know. One of the ways that helps me continue to do the videos is by allowing it to grow. That way I am able to spend time here with you. Take care and have a great rest of this day.